Welcome. It's the CuriosityClique, episode 3, with your hosts Seif and Ali Anwar. It's the hottest podcast in Edmonton with Edmonton's hottest rapper, KudaThaKidd.
Sir.
What's up? Introduce yourself.
I go by the name of Kuda. KudaThaKidd is a full name, so yeah, I make music and shit too.
So,
Speak up a little bit, bro.
Yeah. So I just want to get a big highlight of your career right out the way. You opened for Lil Mosey.
Yeah.
Stop. Talk about that.
Yeah.
What's up with that? How is that? How'd you make that happen? How was that like? All that stuff. Let the people know.
It's fucking crazy once you actually come face to face with somebody who's fucking big as shit and is in the position you want to be, you know? Some guy who got me shows back then, it was one guy who called me up, was like, yo, we got a show happening. I was doing a bunch of shows back then, and it just so happened that Lil Mosey was on tour and he was performing at that venue, and I had links to that venue, and he's like, shit, you want to perform? I'm like, yes, nigga. I want to do that. And then we fucking linked up, opened up for him, and seeing him, the guy's quiet, fucking very nonchalant, I guess. In a city where you don't know anybody, you gotta be. But yeah, it was a cool experience, bro.
How do they operate like famous artists? Like, do they have managers around them, PR teams? Are they walking with like an entourage of people?
Well, when you come to Canada, I'm assuming it's different than if you were going to be touring in your own kind of country. Mm-hmm. He had his manager, his DJ, the second DJ for some reason, and like 2 people I had no fucking idea what they were there for.
Just groupies?
Yeah, no, it was one guy and some other dude.
Some of his buddies that came with him.
I don't think he came with buddies. This seemed like pretty business, oriented, you know?
Yeah.
It seemed like work.
I get you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So can I ask you a music question? What's the formula of a good song? Break it down. Like, if you were to make a good song and you were to give like the viewers a format to make it, obviously it's art, so it's like subjective, but as rigid a format as you can give.
Okay, a catchy hook. Okay, start with the catchy hook. A bridge that's very like nice to hear, like vocally, whatever it is, and then get into a verse that's people related, but different. You know what I mean? I want to be able to hear you and be like, damn, I fuck with that lyric, I hear it, but also very different to the point where it's like, man, I've never heard this before. I don't want to be like, oh damn, Quavo said that before, or this person said that before, or you know what I mean?
You really want to like keep your originality with your music.
Exactly.
I get you.
Be yourself, but make it sound good. That's honestly what it is.
So on the note of being yourself, one thing, like I've obviously been following your music for a while, right? And you've been trying to. But I mean, you know what? Even back before I knew you, I was always following your stuff. You're one of the guys that was always making moves in the city. You know what I'm saying? But your music has evolved and changed a lot over the years. You know what I'm saying? Like just going from like some old tracks, we got Rowdy, Catfish, Southside, Fuck 'em, Ashton Aventador, and now Dedicate. It's all like listening to them, it sounds like it's a different artist in each track, and I can tell that you're trying to find your sound.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you found it, and what was that journey like for you?
I don't ever feel like you find it. I don't ever feel like there's a certain place you come to and you're like, I'm satisfied with this now, you know? Mm-hmm. I've always had this like, okay, I'm happy right now. This is a really good song to me right now. Put it out and fuck what the world has to think about it, because I'm kind of got to that point, you know? But as time goes on, I look back sometimes, I'm like, you know what, maybe that song wasn't as good as I thought. But I don't do shit about it because it's like shit, you know? At that time, it was a good song. Some of the songs you even mentioned, I'm like, yeah, I could have done better. But somebody else might look at it and be like, yo, that's how I know you from that song, you know? It's damn shit. So it's like, I don't know, bro.
How'd you get into music? Are you like, is it a music family?
Yeah.
Oh.
My uncle has done music for a while. He's actually taking it on as a career, but my brother started doing music first, actually. And he's somebody who actually inspired me to even I always saw him record, saw him like edit videos, and all the kind of little things I kind of know about this craft came from watching my brother do it.
Do you remember your first song?
Rowdy.
Okay. What was that like? When did you record it?
In my basement when I was 16, because we've had a studio in my basement, but I was always watching other people, even some people, artists from the city, have recorded in my crib, and that's how I know some of these guys. But my brother was recording them, and one time I was like, you know what? I've watched this shit happen since I was like 9, 10. Let me try to fucking put my own shit on it, you know? And I just fucking started went into the studio. I was like, you know what? Let me find a beat. Found a beat. Shit was fucking lit, bro.
Yeah.
My fucking Rowdy song has both my brothers on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, I was literally listening to that today, and I was like, yo, this is a whole different guy. Like, it's just crazy. So was it like, for you, you're just like, yo, you're hearing them, like, mixing beats, rapping and all this stuff, you're like, yo, let me just hop on. You know what? Like, fuck it, let me just try this shit out.
I've always had a different, like, idea of what kind of music I wanted to make. My brothers are much older. They listened to 50 Cent growing up.
Oh.
You know, like Snoop Dogg and Eminem type shit. When I was growing up, I was listening to a whole different kind of music. So it's like they would make music and beats and all that stuff related to what influenced them. I couldn't really fit into what they were trying to make at the time. So when I started making music, it just completely had to be different. Like it was my own thing.
It's a good thing, because I hate when people like demonize new music just because it's new. A lot of new music is bad, but most of it will stick.
Well,
so are you supportive of the new era, like the new school of music, in comparison to, you know, old boom bap?
I feel like you have to be, you know? It's like shit evolves over time, and I don't like a lot of the music that's out right now, but I can appreciate it, you know?
Any artists you listen to leave a big mark on you?
Nasty C is one guy that you both don't know.
Yeah, no.
He's a South African artist who kind of probably a lot more talented than half the fucking people out here.
Damn. Was that part of the inspiration for Fuck 'Em?
No, I don't even remember how that song came about. Shit. No, it wasn't.
It wasn't at all? Because that's a lot more, that was like a more African kind of song, you know what I mean?
I wanted to get into Afro beats and like more vibey, more like stuff you can put up in a club and like you see women dancing to it. Mm-hmm. Funny enough, there's actually girls that talk to me about, oh yeah, one of your songs that I like was Fuck 'Em. Yeah. It's the only Afro type beat song I kind of try to dab into that really got some people who actually like it, you know, so it's definitely something I kind of like doing. You kind of like diversifying.
I mean, when you spoke your language, what language did you speak?
Shona. I speak Shona.
Shona. Yeah, when you spoke Shona on the track, I lost my mind, bro. When I heard that, I was like, bro.
Yeah. I had a guy from Zimbabwe. He's a radio host. Hit me up, talk about let's put you on out here and stuff like that. And at the time, I was like 17, 16. I'm like thinking it won't be that big of a deal or whatever. I probably should have taken up on this offer, but you know, that's the past. But yeah.
Would you take a gig in Africa? Would you go back? Take like 2 gigs there. Maybe it wouldn't be the best money, but you'd be treated really nicely.
I mean,
Canadian artist.
Yeah, that was always my kind of perspective on like me doing music here and having like a background from Africa was the fact that like making it at any stage would have like a whole country behind me because of who I am to begin with. Even my name itself, I made it Kuda because if you are from where I'm from, you will know I'm from where you're from, you know what I mean? And you instantly fall in love and would want to support just because we kind of have that in common, you know? But yeah, I'd go back.
So do you try 100%. Bridging that Zimbabwean identity with like your music and like bringing it in and letting it like inspire you a little bit?
I have to. I feel like that's what makes me different.
I get you.
You know what I mean? A lot of people here, even their own fashion, their stuff like literally everything about everybody else is influenced by maybe they grew up here, they lived somewhere else, they did that, and I feel like I have to own and kind of embrace it because
instead of asking you what the Edmonton sound is, do you think there's an Edmonton sound yet?
No.
Are you the Edmonton sound? I think you might be the Edmonton sound.
What route do you think an Edmonton sound might sound like? Do you think it sound like Toronto music? Do you think it sound like more stuff from the States?
I feel like we are still duplicating and copying a lot of what we hear. There hasn't been any kind of like driven identity that Edmonton carries as a people.
So let's build that up. How can we attract A&Rs to Edmonton?
People gotta fuck with each other first, you know what I mean? Like, let's say there's an artist, Northside, who popped off, which is a couple artists that are popping off, you know? But they're popping off from support from outside Edmonton.
Yeah.
A lot of the times. If Edmonton can fuck with one artist so much before anybody pays them attention, bro.
Like, if they just showing love to their own city kind of thing.
Bro.
Yeah, it's like, almost like it's trashy. It's like, oh, you're listening to Edmonton music or whatever.
I hear that so much, bro. Yeah. And I'm a music person in Edmonton. It's like, oh my God. Some of the niggas I meet, bro, I'm like, yo, did you ever hear this artist? He's an Edmonton artist. Once I say that, bro, they're like,
They knock it out. And that's actually something, like, sometimes I'll play some of your songs and I'll play it and people will be rocking to it. I'm like, yo, taking this my bro, he's in Edmonton and all this stuff. They're like, what? And I know if I introduced that section before playing the track, there would have been like this bias to it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But do you really blame people for putting off Edmonton music if most of the people in it now are SoundCloud rappers in it to make a buck? Like, how many people are really into music because they like making music, not because they see like the glorified lifestyle, cars, watches, bitches? How many people are in music because they like making good music? All they care about is making like good art.
Yeah.
How many people do you think are in there? And are you in music for that reason?
No, no. Good question. At first, I kind of understood what it would come with if I made it, which was what was pushing me at like a certain stage. And then actually making music and being in that moment where you're spending 2-3 hours to come up with something. There's this pride thing you kind of carry. There's this energy that comes out. Like, even when you make a good song, it's like, you know, some of the songs I'm still listening to in a car by myself, and some only a few people have heard. Shit, I'm like, damn, you know, I can't wait to drop this, and I'm planning on the release party and all that stuff. It's just everything to make it go out. It's like, dedicate. Mm-hmm. I speak about that. Like, I wish I didn't even start doing music because of the high life that was advertised, and I just did it because I know I'm fucking good at this shit, you know?
I think one thing is, though, that, like, just being realistic here, I remember, like, in high school, you were like a local celebrity, right? Like, you were kind of, I remember, especially when you were dropping Catfish and everything, and playing Southside and with OGG and all that stuff, you know what I mean? You were like a little, like, local celebrity, and I'm sure people were treating you different, you know what I mean? What was that like? Like, what was that like dealing with people, like, kind of dealing with you different?
I never saw it, bro.
You never saw it?
No.
But even to this day, we kind of talk about it, how, like, sometimes people, like, have a certain impression of you because of your art.
That's if, like, they kind of knew who I am. Actually, funny you speak about that. Last week, met somebody who knew me since grade 10. I've never met this person.
Yeah.
But, I guess who I was, or who she thought I was, had an influence on her relationship with this dude. You know what I mean? And it's like, shit like that weirds me out, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know how to deal with it, and I don't really see myself as anybody bigger than myself, bro.
I have a question. List these rapper movies in order of best to worst. Okay? All Eyes on Me, Straight Outta Compton, Get Rich or Die Trying, and Notorious. You can see this one.
Get Rich or Die Trying's first.
Okay.
Where's the list?
Notorious,
yeah.
Straight Outta Compton, and All Eyes on Me.
Okay, Get Rich or Die Trying is first. Straight Outta Compton second. All Eyes on Me third. Notorious last.
Wow.
I didn't even put Notorious on the list.
It ain't even on the list.
So if you would make your own rapper movie, when would it start? At what like point of your career would it start?
Birth. I want to have all the pieces of my life kind of put in that shows what made me who I am. I've lived in like 6 different fucking cities, bro, 3 different countries, and like, you know, like shit's fucking weird, bro.
Honestly, my family moved around too, but it teaches you to be versatile with people. Honestly, like, people say stability is important for kids and stuff, but I notice it builds character. When you're moving around, meeting new people, interacting with cultures, it's an experience you can't give up.
Yeah, it's definitely something I feel like people need to kind of go through.
And you kind of like don't get like geo-locked with like who you are or your identity or anything.
Yeah, with the environment you're in.
Yeah.
If I had to move today, I'm out.
And you're fine.
I'm out. I'm looking forward to the new challenge, the new people.
You're like open to like start it all over again.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, no, exactly.
So would you move or stay and build Edmonton culture?
I've lived here the longest. Definitely love the city. I've kind of grown to love the city. You gotta find things about the city that you kind of like. I got that from Juma, by the way.
Yeah.
But I'd fucking move, bro.
So if you were to move, where would you go?
I'd start with Vancouver. People say Toronto, not my thing. But
not your thing.
Vancouver is life for me, I think.
What about Vancouver is like?
Cool. The atmosphere itself gives you this drive to want to do better because everything around you
is expensive.
Not like an expense, but like, you know, there's opportunities in Vancouver, a lot more opportunities. I know a girl who was a dancer, and she was with her crew and stuff like that, and her crew got called to be part of a Netflix show.
Whoa.
In Vancouver, bro. You don't hear shit about that in Edmonton, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
we asked this question with Joseph and Nathan the other day. Was we asked them if they felt like they were stuck in Edmonton because it didn't have a culture, and they said that they felt like they were early in on the gold rush. They got, you know what I mean, like they got an early kind of thing, and that they feel like
they're the ones laying the foundation for the culture at this point.
That there's like a culture about to boom. Do you feel like that's the case, or do you feel like you are kind of stuck in Edmonton and that they're like in another city you might better cultivate you to flourish?
I feel like where we are in this country is just like, it's got a lot more coming for it to flourish and stuff like that. But personally for me, I feel like we're definitely at an age where culture is kind of being molded in Edmonton. We do have a few people in Edmonton through sports, music, whatever you want to look for, that are actually doing something, you know? Mm-hmm. There are people who are signed artists from Edmonton. They're professional athletes from Edmonton. The biggest soccer player in, like, you know, in Canada is from Edmonton, you know?
Exactly.
So I feel like our culture and like world is just growing to kind of mold together, you know. I feel like it's kind of pieced up around. There was south side, north side, west side, and all that.
But now it's like becoming unified.
I feel like it's getting to become more unified and become one, you know.
I get you.
Yeah.
So I have a question. With like you used to do like some merchandise and stuff like back in the day. Would you be open to doing that again? Do you have any plans for that or anything?
No plans yet, but fuck, let's do it, man.
Yeah, yeah, we could get some hoodies and t-shirts and all that. Yeah, I'm totally with it.
What's your writing process like, if you don't mind asking?
I used to write a lot, but there's moments where I don't even write, and I just go straight into the fucking studio, listen to a beat. If it's right, it'll come to me. If it's not, it doesn't. There's days
do you punch in, or do you record the whole song at once?
I punch in. Yeah.
And what's the advantages of punching in? Just for other
clearer sound, more fuck, I don't even.
You can get maximum energy with each bar.
Exactly. And the thing is, with punching in, let's say I do one bar that I like, and then I come up with the second bar. I don't have to. This is game for sure, but I don't have to do the second punch in and do it once. I'll literally punch in one bar. The second punch in, I'll do the same line 6, 7, 8, 9 times, like back to back in just the one take, and then listen back to those 8 lines. They're the same thing. I'll pick the best sounding one and take it back and put it right next. Like, you know,
your producer must hate you. Your producer must hate you.
I'm my own producer.
You must hate yourself.
Nah.
No, but you're like a sculptor with it, where you want to like get every like enunciation, every this, every, you know what I mean?
It matters though.
Yeah.
It matters.
So you're your own producer. You write your own songs.
Yeah.
You basically rap on your own music, obviously.
Yeah.
And you go to university.
Yeah.
So what would you say, and work? So what would you say to
Mr. Wonderful, that's everything.
What would you say to the loser SoundCloud rappers with no jobs? A statement to them.
If you want to get somewhere in life, if you want to invest into your own craft, you need money. Whether you're doing it through illegal shit or legal shit, you need money.
Only legal shit. Only legal shit.
We only advocate for legal shit.
I advocate for legal stuff, but I'm just saying, however you do it,
you gotta fund it.
At the end of the day, you need the money.
It's important to have a job, especially when you're like pursuing a career like that, like an arts career, because having a job will keep you afloat. Like Kuda said, right?
Yeah.
Having a job allows you to reinvest into your craft, buy mics and stuff. You can't just be a loser sitting in your mom's house and expect, you know, your
just the world to come to you.
Yeah, living in the basement.
You gotta put a lot of work to make your dream like come true, you know.
100%, bro.
And then on the point of you being in uni, right? You're studying a business degree, correct?
Yeah.
So then, do you find yourself leveraging what you're learning in your degree over into your music career? You know what I mean? Like, not at all.
I don't know.
Like marketing, finance, any of that stuff. Are you leveraging any of that into your music career? Like, do you feel like there's like an overlap?
It's very different, bro. Like, I feel like business you learn in school. Let's say you're learning marketing. You're learning how to market for Pampers or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
They're teaching you how to market a business that's made to market towards babies because you're trying to target families who just got newborn babies. You could get ideas from it and stuff like that, but I feel like our music industry right now is so rapidly fast and so like diverse to the point where the marketing tactics you'd have to use compared to that are completely different.
Where somebody who learned this stuff 2 years ago is already outdated.
I feel like nowadays the cycle of music is very quick. Like artists burn out so fast because they have all this exposure from TikTok, Instagram. Well, if you notice with like the good artists that really last, they don't overexpose themselves.
Well, keep in mind is
Kendrick,
TikTok
J. Cole
came out like 2-3 years ago, or like it became very popular 2-3 years ago, changed the entire way of how you market. You're not going to learn how to market on TikTok in any classes because it's literally
just came out. You
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know you're always like kind of like paying attention to that stuff and trying to come up with strategies, like watching other people. Like, what are some marketing, tips and things that you're, you know what I mean?
I haven't started like you're right. I watch a lot, I pay attention a lot, but putting it into practice for myself is something I've yet to kind of do with time and stuff like that, time management and all that. So I'm not sure if I'm really ready to kind of.
But I noticed what you do is you build up a lot of hype before you drop something. Like you'll like 3 weeks or 4 weeks in advance, you're like already like posting little snippets and little this. Like, what's your kind of strategy with that? Because we kind of struggle a little bit like building hype like that too.
I feel like with stuff like that, if somebody likes the song, they'll pay attention to when it's going to drop. I've had that happen a couple times where I would promote or hype up a song that I'm about to drop, but not too many people like it. Nobody says anything. I'll still drop it and people still will pay attention to it. It's like, okay, good. But there's times where I'm about to drop a song and first time I drop a snippet, it's like, yo, drop this shit tomorrow, bro. No, bro, it's coming out next week.
It's like, coming out, yeah.
But like, I don't know how it goes. It's just kind of like, it's weird.
You never really know what's gonna catch others' eyes.
You never.
Because you're always a fan of your own stuff.
Exactly. So it's like, I just put it up, bro, and I stop worrying about what people say, whether they like it or not like it. Doesn't matter to me.
When do you think an artist should prepare and drop their first album? So once they start music, when do you think they should be ready to start or drop their first album? Or do you think they should drop an album or not to prevent having a sales history?
I feel like
this is like some real game now.
Yeah, well, I feel like once you kind of have that song that like gets people's attention towards you, and you've kind of realized that you got a drive going on, you should be already having an album ready. Like I have 4 albums ready, bro.
he has like 40 unreleased tracks.
How much attention do you need before you drop an album? Because you could, as an artist, not drop an album, and then wait till labels come and try and sign you, and they would sign you based off your singles and stuff. You wouldn't have any sales history because you have no albums out. You can drop EPs and mixtapes. You can still drop music, release singles and stuff. Do you think that's a better strategy? Not like to hold off on the release of albums?
I feel like album music and release single music is very different. For me as an artist especially. Single music I feel like is very driven to catch people's attention and still be me. But album music is purely my own form of art and pure side of who I am as a person when I'm in the studio making art, And that music might not work really good when you try to catch people's attention right away because,
like it's more about like an album is like a masterpiece for you.
Exactly. It's a story.
But the singles are like the advertisements to bring people in.
Exactly.
No, that's a good way. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So I have a question. I was talking to Kuki the other day, and he was saying one mindset.
I still gotta call him.
Fuck. But I was talking to him, and he was telling me like, yo, one mindset that he goes is, if I'm not going to if I don't feel the energy coming into the studio, I don't record because it's not going to be nice.
Yeah.
Do you resonate with that? Like, do you do something similar? Like, how important do you feel like your energy is going into the studio?
Very important, bro. Sometimes I don't have energy. I still try to go just to kind of see if I get inspired while I'm there. But there's moments where I go there and listen to like 10, 15 beats. All of them were nice, but something in me just isn't clicking with them, It happens. Fuck it. I'll go back and leave and just come back the next day. And there's days where I go in and I can make 8 songs that day because the energy's just right.
It's like you're in the flow,
Exactly.
Do you have any rituals when recording? Do you have a lot of people in the studio? Are you on your own?
It's different where I am. Let's say we're out at the studio. I have a different kind of process than if I was just me in my own house recording. If I was me in my own house recording, I don't know, might roll up, go outside, smoke up, come in, listen to a bunch of beats, quickly just, get inspired from just like listening to the beats and seeing how I can fit into those. If I'm at the studio, we might be drinking, you know what I mean? It would be me, a bunch of my close friends, and just people I'm comfortable around will just start playing beats and freestyle around back and forth and stuff like that. 6 beats in, we'll start freestyling to a song and realize, yo, this could be a fucking banger. Let's hop in the studio, and then shit comes out like that. And there's times where we don't do drugs or drink, and shit still happens. I just wanted to put that out there.
Can you put a genre on your music?
Personally, not for me, because I don't feel like. I feel like it's the bigger brands and all that stuff that try to like
categorize your music.
Exactly. And I feel like art is so like vast and it's so diverse to the point where like
it's not binary, right? It's like a gray scale.
Yeah.
There's no black and white to art.
Exactly. And it's like it's weird when I can make a song with somebody who sings. But I could also go make a song with somebody who's on a trap beat and hop on that shit too. It's like
and be fired.
Exactly. Yeah. It won't matter, but rap, I guess, is what you kind of call all of it.
Are you interested in analytics? Is that something that piques your interest?
It interests me to an extent.
What analytics should like artists be looking for? What analytics do you look for?
That's actually a good question. I haven't looked at them in a while. I guess your streams are of course important.
Okay.
Followers are kind of important. Engagement is probably the most important. Like how many people are actually there to engage with your content, with what you do and who you want to be. I don't know, just shit like that of course matters for the second person who's seeing like, oh yeah, let me check out this artist. He's got fucking 10,000 this, he's got 1 million this, you know? Yeah. Sometimes it rings a fucking bell in somebody else's ear and be like, you know what, let me go check him out. And then they end up liking you because the first thing they saw were your numbers.
I get you. So do you think that's part of it where people like just like somebody because other people are liking them kind of thing?
That happens a lot, bro.
Yeah. Isn't that what labels do? Labels would, have you seen like The Game recently? He came out bashing Eminem in a series of tweets. Did you see that?
No.
Okay, so The Game came bashing Eminem and saying that Eminem sold more because labels invested more in him.
Yeah.
And Eminem just played to the massa. I can pull up the tweets right now, actually.
Yeah. Nah, that's crazy. I didn't even know that. I heard The Game say that Kanye West did a lot more for him than Dr. Dre did ever in his career. Like,
yeah, I saw that. I think I saw that too.
I didn't even like look too much into that, but like that statement's kind of fucking harsh.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, dude, really?
Like, really? Yeah, you gotta show gratitude. So, how much does gratitude play into like into your career? You know what I mean? Like, you're probably really thankful for everything. Is that like a big virtue that you try to hold like as a value in your personal life?
I feel like you have to be, man. Like, to move forward, I feel like you got to be thankful for things you do have right now. Before COVID, we were able to perform and do all these things, and it's like, I'm grateful I got to do that. But I didn't get to do that during COVID, you know? I don't look back and be like, oh fuck, man, like, you know, they're fucking up my shit. No, they're not. It's like, I'm grateful I got to do that.
Okay, so can I read the game's tweet? So The Game says, all this talk on the net saying Eminem is better than me because he sold more records. It's like saying McDonald's is better than Tam's Burger. No idea what the fuck that is. It's false. They just put more money in McDonald's and promoted the shit out the Happy Meal, dangling toys in kids' faces. Is it true?
Holy shit.
Is it true that you can make music to become popular and music where like does an artist intend on making a pop song? Is that something they're thinking about while they're recording?
Yeah. I feel like he kind of has a point. He truly does have a point.
It's like balancing radio music versus like actual art.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like some people can know like what I'm doing right now is definitely going to be accepted by this crowd and not this crowd. But this crowd is going to pay more, so fuck this crowd. I'm going to go with this crowd.
He has another tweet. So translation for those of you who don't know how major record companies do business. It's a machine designed to work for the artists who play nice in masses' house. I was too real, too unapologetically black, and cut the puppet strings early on in my career and decided to rebel.
Facts.
Name top 5 industry plants right now.
I don't believe in industry plants, yo.
You don't think there's people who are industry plants? Norderwick.
Okay.
Industry plant.
Yeah.
The Old Town Road guy.
Yeah.
Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
Who else?
I don't know. Fuck.
Do you actually think that that's the thing? Like, do you think there can be industry plants, or do you think you actually have to make something good for the people to...
I feel like your A&R will see potential in something like this going crazy, where like Lil Nas X, I don't even want to get too deep into talking about him, but you see somebody like him and you realize he could sell a lot more. His character and his life put out to the public could gain a lot of attention that results in streams that result in money, and all of that accumulating fans too. Through all that, you will see somebody like that and you decide to invest a lot more in him.
Is Post Malone an industry plant without cutting you off?
I don't think so, bro.
He doesn't think there's an industry plant. That's the thing. That's the main thing he's
How do you find an industry plant? You just like, okay,
someone who's willing to put out whatever music is given to him by the writers, who the label signs, the producer, who the label signs. Somebody who's just willing to play nice. They're willing to take him and use him as a tool.
Don't you think everybody's an industry plant then, with that kind of perspective?
No, I feel like you can provide a unique vibe.
I think he brings up a great point though. I think like
Drake makes the album, submits it to the fucking label. There's people that go through listening to the album.
Is Drake an industry plant?
See
there's no industry. That's the whole point.
He started off. No, wait. My interpretation of an industry plant is he's heavily like backed and he doesn't have his own saying. He's just like a mouthpiece for the label. So because Drake started off on Degrassi and he had a pretty like sharp rise, right? Yeah. So there was obviously a lot of investment behind it. It wasn't natural growth.
Yeah, but like when he submits his album to the label, there is no like.
Who's he signed to?
Just
OVO.
No. Who's he signed to?
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne?
Yeah, I think Lil Wayne sold his fucking.
And then who's Lil Wayne's record label under?
Young Money, which is Birdman.
Who owns Young Money?
Probably Interscope or some shit. Like a lot of these artists who become big have like another branch of like their own kind of label that's under another big label, and then sign artists under it. You know
so, Cash Money Records is owned and distributed by Republic Records.
Exactly. Republic is the head of the fucking snake.
UMG is the head of the snake.
See, UMG is the head of the snake.
UMG is the head of everything, really.
You know what I mean? And then Cash Money is like YMCA or whatever, and then YMCMB, and then OVO, and then EXO, and then like, it's just kind of like a snake like that.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like what you're getting at is that there can't really be industry plants because they're all playing the same game.
Exactly.
It's like yo, you're good at playing with the rules, so you're an industry plant now.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's the difference,
Somebody signed.
No, because if an artist is presenting as authentic, like if you're presenting as authentic and being on the corner every day, but then they're flying you out to like a house in Mississippi, and you're recording with like an infinity pool in your backyard, but you still pretend like you're like on the street, real thugging and all that. It's first of all, other than deceiving the fans, it's promoting a lifestyle you don't live. That's the problem with rap nowadays, yeah.
Well, Kuda, what do you think?
Maybe not 6ix9ine in general, just other artists who rap.
Kuda, what do you think?
I feel like you have the money behind you to do shit like that. If I could go fucking record in Costa Rica in a villa for 2 months, no social media, no nothing, fuck yes, I'm going. Does that mean that's the life I'm living? No. I can separate myself and I have the funds to. Why the fuck not? Creatively, I feel like I'll be on another level when I'm out there by myself in a villa with an infinity pool in the backyard, you know what I mean? Shit like that will inspire me as an artist.
But it's not authenticity.
But yo, aren't you being fake if you make it and you're a millionaire now and you're still gangbanging and kicking it in the hood and all that stuff?
I'm not saying become a millionaire and then stay, because that's stupid. That's how most of them get killed. Young Dolph and all that.
But that's what I'm saying. Isn't that goofy? Because most gangsters, at least like a lot of gangsters I even knew, they be saying like, yo, we do this because we have to, but if I could eat, there's no point in me saying
I'm not asking for the rapper to stay and keep hustling and just keep putting themselves in bad situations. But once you move out, don't pretend like you're still living a certain lifestyle and glorifying it, because like it or not, rap is to some extent destructive to its listener. Or not all rap, some rap, because a lot of the topics are like destructive. So like with new school rap, and old school rap.
Well, actually, you're trying to move away from that kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Is it hard to make music like that?
Like what? Like
staying away from certain topics, yeah.
Not for me, because I've never tried to live a life I'm not like really into, and like I talk about that a lot. I'm just not very. I don't know. Just not a gang rapper,
It's like the Kanye doc.
Yeah, exactly. You watched the Kanye doc too, right?
Fuck, I just finished it.
You just finished it? Do you want to talk about that? How you felt like that influenced you?
Is there anything you relate to?
Yeah.
A lot, bro.
Get on that.
Like, I sometimes feel very I don't even know how to say this. You know when you believe in yourself so much so that like it seems like it's kind of a little bit too much.
Arrogance a little bit.
Yeah, delusional, arrogant, whatever. See, there's bad annotations attached to this kind of idea. But like, I really do sometimes feel like a lot of artists in the city ain't got shit on me, bro. Like, walking out and being a person. Nah, for real. See what I'm saying?
Tell it.
No, I 100% sometimes do feel like that. But
Direct
then
call out to all you bitch ass rappers in Edmonton.
Nah, I gotta be humbled out because like some of these artists are doing a lot more than I am, and I'm not gonna go out and dick suck them and be like, oh, blah blah blah, all this. You know, I kind of stay in my own lane, do my own thing. But like, if it really came down to it, to making music for longevity, I don't think a lot of niggas have shit on me, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Be extremely overconfident.
Nah, but like the music I hear a lot is so like, okay, this is a good song, but I guarantee you, a year from now, you're gonna run into this problem where you're saying the same shit over and over again because you don't know how to tap into your own self.
There's literally levels to this shit. They can't see you when the rap came, right? So name artists you think you're better than. Name artists you think you're better than. Name artists
He's instigating right now.
Fuck all you Edmonton rappers.
Nah,
He's trying to get you shot next
A lot of
week.
Edmonton rappers are good, bro. A lot of them are fucking good, bro. It's just like.
He's just saying he believes in. He doesn't want to knock them down.
Yeah.
He's just saying like he believes in himself and he knows he got a unique message.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not knocking nobody else down.
Yeah.
It's like it's you. You know what I mean?
I just can't wait to a point where I'm just at a stage or at a time where things I put out, I know how to get it to the right people.
I get you.
know what
I
I
get
mean?
you. That's like the next level for you.
Exactly. I've honestly done a lot in Edmonton so far to the point where like I feel like the next stage for me has to be outside of Edmonton. You know, like. I don't know. Like, what else
you
is there?
open for Lil Mosey.
What else is there for me to do in Edmonton, bro? And,
get you.
I'm looking outside of Edmonton, hoping.
Dream artist to open for.
Ooh.
Open for or perform with?
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Go,
Perform
go,
with.
go.
Perform with.
Either or.
No, perform with.
I'm gonna go with Nasty C1.
Okay.
African artist, mine, fucking off the charts talented.
It's like someone we know though.
Okay. Fuck, man.
Shout out Nasty C.
I don't know, bro. I guess Forever Friday. He's somebody from the city who's really doing amazing shit, bro. And I really admire that, you know? So I'd love to be on the same stage as him. I don't want to like go too fucking crazy with somebody where it's like, you know, you can never get the opportunity to, but fingers crossed and inshallah it'll happen.
Inshallah. So let's get in new music. Do you want to show
can
us?
I actually talk more about performing a little bit?
I want to hear some of his new music. Then we go in. I want to hear.
Wait, because we're still on topic of performing. Describe the feeling of like performing, because like people are sitting there waiting to listen to your music.
Yeah.
And they're gonna recite it with you and all that. What do you feel? Do you feel like appreciated by the audience? Do the nerves ever go away?
Oh, bro. Nah, it's fucking scary, yo. That's like, you know, going into war and like you're like, you know, of course there's a chance that you might get killed, but shit, if you make it out, you're happy, you know? It's like, that's how I kind of feel about it. It's fucking terrifying at first, and like I've gotten to a point where I have routines to how I mentally prepare myself to address a lot of people all at once, because I'm an introvert person too, so it's like it's weird to be an introverted and a creative in my own space, but then I have to go out and like be that person, you know?
So what's like your core, like, is there a core performance that's just stuck in your head that you replay?
Core memory kind of thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would it be the Lil Mosey one?
No.
Okay.
Okay, what was bigger than that for you?
For me, it was we had to go perform to this little town, just an hour outside of Edmonton, and we were the main act.
Oh.
So that was like, you know, everybody else was opening for us.
Yeah.
That was the fucking biggest one for me, where it's like, you know, just seeing like 150 people there, just like sitting there and like getting up and turning up and like all the energy, like, you know, coming to you. And that was the first time I was 100% in control of like the surroundings. There was no DJ who was like, hey yo, everybody, blah blah blah. You know, and
it was you saying.
It was me having to direct left or right or up or down type shit, and that shit for me was like the craziest.
The man of the show, all the eyes were.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So when you get off stage, do you do a little like yes, like fuck yeah, I fucking killed that shit?
Usually when like there's a backstage or a green room, that's when I kind of let all those emotions go out.
Yeah.
But like, you know, you gotta keep your cool.
Yeah, you keep it cool on stage. You're like, and then as soon as you're out, you're like, yo.
Yeah, bro, this ain't abnormal. You know, it's just another day.
I used to have this thing where like if I performed, I could not go out and be seen with the people that came to watch the show.
That's smart.
And like it sucked sometimes because that's where the fun is, you know.
Yeah.
Now I'm stuck in the back just on my phone, you know, just like, hey yo, can you bring me water? You know? Can you go to the bar and give me a drink? And it's like fuck. But like I kind of like the fact that like, you know, you keep this distance and keep this mystery of who you are, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any deplorable studio stories?
What do you mean?
Like deplorable.
What does that mean?
What the fuck does that
like
mean?
bad, like some
Bad?
crazy shit that happened in the studio.
Bros pull it out his CuriosityClique.
I probably couldn't say any names, but
Yeah, don't say names. Just say stories.
this one time we were supposed to go to a studio. The motherfucker listening to this is gonna know it was him.
Then you can drop the story, bro. If you want to drop the story.
Yeah, bro. But like we had a scheduled time for 8 p.m. and I'm like, yo, we're pulling up. I'm there, and we were with one of my new friends that I just recently met. He does podcasts as well and does vlogs and stuff. And we pull up, bro. I'm knocking. Hey yo, we're here. Bro, I don't hear nothing. Call. Hey yo, we here.
No.
Tell me why this motherfucker thought I didn't see him, right? At the door where the studio is headed, I see this motherfucker's head pop out the fucking His head pops out at the bottom of the fucking thing, looks at me, and he sees me see him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he goes back in and he's got no shirt on. And I'm like, whoa. I don't know what the fuck the man was doing, you know? But like, hey. I'm like, hey yo, nigga, I just saw you, bro. Like, you know, I'm trying to record. And we just called somebody to come to fucking do a vlog and stuff like that too. So it's like, it was
well, I mean, that added content to the vlog. Like, that was something like...
We weren't even shooting at that point. I know, bro. I know.
That's all good.
And I think he cut the camera, and even on the vlog, he took out that part. But bro, kind of annoying, you know?
Mm-hmm. I get you.
Put everything aside to kind of go to the studio, and you go to the studio. Motherfucker's there, but won't let you in and doesn't tell you why.
Yeah. So let's get the new music out. I wanna play a little snippet of your song. Tell me where your headset is.
Yeah.
What you're
We're only talking about music.
We can talk about more. We'll talk about more.
Come on, man.
Okay, so.
It's crazy.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Fuck life, man. I don't know.
Life.
Is this gonna be played on my?
I can edit it.
Yo, don't talk to me.
Ready my mind, yeah. We don't waste no time, yeah. I pay my dues, I don't need no stress, I'm living my life. El-Sharaby come through, run straight to the room, I read my mind. Hold on, right, yeah. One of a kind, yeah. Ready my mind, yeah. We don't waste no time, yeah. I pay my dues, I don't need no stress, I'm living my life. El-Sharaby come through, run straight to the room, I read my mind. I cannot be in the middle, eyes on my neck and I freeze a little. She know I tease a little, telling me what I be doing is you.
What?
She wanna pull and wet, I cannot tell her she know what's right.
What?
Mix up with all the hype, there's a reason that you never be nice. I be scratching your back, you be scratching my back, I be living a loyalty life. How many times did I listen to niggas that talk and I know they be lying? Get to the club and we go to the back, I'm not trying to go through with the lines. That little shot, a little bad in the morning, you know I be taking my time. Running for it like a heist, yeah. Living my life, yeah. She a baddie, but she aight, yeah. Fuck with a vibe, yeah. Out in London, take a flight, yeah. What a wonderful night, yeah. For sure, it's dripping looking nice. Pull right, living right.
What?
Follow right. I'm telling you, bro. This one, the video's gonna be dangerous.
Yo, so what were you thinking, like, recording this song? How do you feel recording it? What's going on? What's the vibe you're going for? Like?
Bro, it's one of the my favorite songs to even record and make. The vibe for it, Fuck, I don't know. How do you feel about it?
It's a banger, dog. Like, yeah, it's a straight banger. It's like it plays on this balance between like club music and like something like chill that I could just play while I'm just kicking it at home.
You know, it's like the hook is chill, but the verse gets you riled into like your. This type of thing that people like doing, but then it takes you back to appreciate the song.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
No, you got a good balance with that.
Trust. This one was different for sure. It didn't even take me that long, but I knew exactly. Over time, you kind of start to like notice you asked me earlier.
Formula of a good song.
Yeah, you kind of started to know it, like just like that, and you know it when you have it, and you know when you don't. For sure. This one was fun.
I get you.
I can't fucking wait till to do the video for this one, One of my.
How do you come up with video ideas?
I work a lot with especially now I'm trying to be fucking different, bro. Right now I'm working with a guy who's done a lot of photography, a little bit of videos, but he understands.
Shout him out.
His name is Wells.
Shout out Wells.
Trust Wells.
His socials?
Wells Chan on IG.
Wells Chan on IG.
That's all he has.
Spelled how?
Say what?
Spelled how?
Wells. WELLS spaced CHAN.
There you go.
Yeah, me and him are kind of talking back and forth to try to plan out the video, and like I can see his vision is fucking crazy to the point where it's like it makes me excited to work with him. But we haven't worked anything yet. We haven't done anything yet. But I know it's gonna come out nice.
Do you have any favorite music videos?
For me, yeah, I've done.
No,
just in general. For you or both?
No, not specifically that off the top of my head. Fuck.
I was telling you I'm a big fan of that Southside music video. Yeah, that was fun.
But yeah, man, I don't know. It's just like videos wise. Nah, I don't have one, bro.
You don't have a favorite one? You don't have one that like inspires you at all?
Nah. A music video? Do you have a music video that inspires you, bro?
I think anything made by Lyrical Lemonade, I've been kind of like...
They're good.
Fucking with. Cole Bennett's... Have you seen Cole Bennett's been getting under some heat for rejecting a Rich the Kid and Lil Wayne video?
That's crazy.
That's how you know like you're really like desired when Lil Wayne...
So we're gonna have to cut this episode short. Make sure to tune in. We're gonna be dropping part 2 very soon. Hope you guys enjoy and I hope you guys have a great time. Take care. CuriosityClique. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that. Peace out.
My shot cause I feel like a beast. Do my diamonds all the way to my teeth. How they talk it make it hard to believe. I'm the kid and yet I still gotta teach. 20,000 holding up in my niche. That's why VR got him holding the keys. From the city but he